A country in protest. Thousands of Israelis took to the streets in protest against the Israeli government. It comes after the bodies of 6 hostages were found in an underground tunnel in Rafah in southern Gaza.
It is with a heavy heart that we share the news that the bodies of 6 Israeli hostages, who were all taken hostage alive by Hamas during the October 7th massacre and murdered in Hamas captivity, were recovered from inside a tunnel in Rafah and have been brought back to Israel.
The protests were largely peaceful, but at times tempers flared and scenes became ugly as some clashed with police and state forces. The evident anger across the country is mounting huge pressure on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to negotiate a deal with Hamas for the immediate release of hostages in Gaza. Netanyahu, though, in a video address, said that the killing of 6 hostages proves that Hamas does not want to negotiate. On October the 7th last year, Hamas launched an attack on Israel from Gaza. Fighters stormed across Gaza's border into Israel and killed around 1,200 people. 251 others were taken hostage. Since then, the Israeli military launched an air offensive alongside ground operations to destroy Hamas. More than 40,000 people have been killed in Gaza, according to the territory's Hamas-run health ministry. Recently, Israel has had some success in returning hostages that were taken on October the 7th.
During a complex rescue mission, Qaid Farhan al-Qadi from the Bedouin community of Rat, who was kidnapped from Israel by Hamas terrorists during their massacre on October 7th, has been rescued. He is alive. He is back home in Israel.
Despite this, those that took to the street blame Netanyahu not only for the killings of hostages, but also the October 7th attack last year. Many say he has blood on his hands, with some calling him a murderer.
He's a murderer one. He's the responsible of all the damage that we suffer from the beginning of this war. Doesn't care about what happened to the kidnaps. He cares only about himself. He's the main responsible of what happened to Israel at this time.
Those that are angry blame Netanyahu for blocking a ceasefire deal, and it appears some in office have suggested a deal needs to be made. Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant appeared to urge the Prime Minister of Israel to negotiate a ceasefire with Hamas and bring the remaining hostages home from Gaza. In a post on X, Gallant says it's too late for the abductees who were murdered in cold blood. The abductees who remained in the captivity of Hamas must be returned home. The Israeli Foreign Minister, though, Israel Katz, tweeted that Hamas will pay the full price and Israel will respond with full force. The protests, which have now led to a day of general strike where businesses will be closed across the country, are evidence of further discontent across Israel about the handling of the war in Gaza, and shows Benjamin Netanyahu has an uncertain political future.